Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kyra and I am a recovering beauty guru. For the last 6 years, I've bought anything and everything my little heart desired in the realm of beauty, and now I'm reeling myself back in, using what I have, tracking what I have. And I'm very excited to bring to you today my stash and trash video for the second quarter. You might hear other creators call it buys and buys or empties and spendies. Basically, we're talking about the things that you've used up, declutters, and things that have been purchased or have come into my collection in the second quarter. And also we're kind of going to talk about this quarter in comparison to last quarter now, because we're halfway through the year. I will say this time I have so much information to share with you that I'm splitting the video into two. This is going to be the trashed video and the next video will be stash, and that will be next week. I am going to briefly go over numbers for declutters, but I'm not going to share the actual declutters or show them in this video because some of them have already made their way to new homes, as well as I will link down below in the description box my playlist for my 2024 collection. And in that playlist, you will find things like my entire collection videos, but also declutters, top 5, or if I could only keep 5 type videos. So anything that has to do with my collection as a whole and tracking it is in that playlist, and I'm going to link it for you. So I'll just be talking about the numbers, the amounts, the values, things like that when it comes to declutters today. But this is going to be a long video, I predict already. So let's go ahead and get started. For my empties, I'm not going in any sort of order. I'm just going to show you the empty and tell you what the value is. And then we're going to talk about some overall numbers, which I think is more important than me actually telling you about the products. The first thing I used up in the second quarter was my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This has a value of $26. I also used up a mini Fenty gloss bomb in the shade Fussy, and that has a value of $15. I have a mini or sample size Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. I really enjoy this face wash. This is a 1/2 ounce, and so the value I assigned it was $2.70. I have, this represents 3 of my Papa Sponge Wonder Blenders, whatever you want to call them. I kept one, but I used up or disposed of 3 of them. I buy these on Amazon in a 6-pack, and I use one each month, and that's the only sponge, and I use it for the month and then I throw it away. So the 3 of those together have a value of $4.98. I also completed a pack of 24 of the CosRX Original Fit Blemish Covers. These are acne or pimple patches. I really enjoy these. They come in 3 different sizes. I have used more than this, but I tend to give them to my daughter when only the tiny ones are left, because she prefers the tiny ones and I prefer the bigger, the medium and the large size. So I did probably go through more than one of these, but that is the one I have, and it has a value of $3.50. I buy these in a pack of 3, so 3 of these 24 counts on Amazon, and I think it's less than $10. So again, this has a value of $3.50. I did finish up my L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. Once a mascara betrays me by giving me clumpy lashes or something like that, or crumbles under the eyes, flaking, then I'm done with it. So I did finish this mascara, and I paid $11.56 for it. I received in PR the Versed Skin Soak Moisture Cream. That's difficult to say. And I did completely use it up, and I am now using this for repressing products. Like, I use this to mix up my product with the alcohol. So I'm keeping the container, but I did finish that one, and it has a value of $17.99. I'm pretty pleased with the amount of lip products that I've used up, although that's not hard for me to do because I have kind of a sensory thing where it comes to my lips. I must have something on them at all times. If my lips feel like I need to be able to rub them together, it needs to feel slippy to me. So it's pretty easy because I apply all day, every day. So the second lip product that I used up in the second quarter is this Lime Crime Wet Cherry Gloss in the shade Extra Poppin'. This is just a clear gloss, so it was very easy to use up. I did use up my e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream. It does now have foundation in it for my 2024 project, so it's not empty, but it is empty of eye cream, so that has a value of $10. Oh, and the Lime Crime Wet Cherry Gloss has a value of $14. I apologize. Then I used up one of my Skin Smart's facial cleanser spray. This is $17.46 on Amazon. I use this every day, twice a day, after I wash my face in the morning and after I wash my face at night. This just helps to kill bacteria and things like that on the skin that can cause breakouts, especially if somehow you manage not to get all your makeup off. So I always will have those in my empties. I also used up a L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. Definitely love this mascara. I may end up repurchasing this one after I use up some of the ones that I am currently working through, but this has a value of $12.99. I also used up a 1 ounce bottle of the Good Molecules niacinamide serum. It has 10% niacinamide to refine signs of texture and improve appearance of pores. This also helps with oil control, so it's something that I put on in the morning. I spray this and then I immediately apply this while my skin is still damp, because damp skin helps serums to soak into the skin better. And again, this does help me control my oils, so it will always be in my empties. However, this time, this quarter, I did purchase the 2 ounce size. It is not any less expensive. It's $12. This has a value of $6, but you know, it keeps me from having to make excessive orders and just have, you know, more of the product, I guess. Gifted to me by my beautiful friend Angela, who is Curly Girl Angela G here on YouTube. She's always linked in my description box, but she had gifted me the rest of her Sunday Riley CEO Afterglow Brightening Vitamin C Cream. This is my favorite cream for moisturizer. This is my favorite version of a vitamin C product that actually doesn't make me break out, and the smell of it is absolutely heavenly. I did not keep the package, but this will represent the next one. This is a package of the Kroger brand Cleanse makeup removing and cleansing cloths. I do not use these on my face. My daughter occasionally does, but I don't. I only buy these when I'm doing like big collection videos, lots of swatching, things like that. So I did use up one of these in the first quarter. I do buy them in a box with 6 of these packages, and each package has 25 wipes in it, and the box of 6 is $14.99. So this has a value of $2.50. Another lip product that I used up, which was something I had received in PR, is a Say Beauty Glossy Bounce Lip Oil, and this is in the shade Bounce. And I did use all of it up. Sometimes I will remove stoppers, sometimes I won't. It just depends on the product, but I did not pull a stopper on this one, but I did use it up to the best of my ability, and that had a value of $22. I also finished up my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the peppermint scent, and this has a value of $24. I really loved the peppermint scent. It was so fresh. I got it shortly before the holidays in 2023, and I have now finished it. I do think I might keep this little pot. I think it might be handy for putting other things in. And then I also used up one of the Summer Friday lip butter balms. I mean, I absolutely decimated this thing, but I feel like they last for such a long time. There's 15 grams of product in here. This is the pink sugar scent color shade, whatever. and this is also valued at $24. This doesn't look empty, and it's for a reason, but I did use up the setting spray that was originally in this bottle, which was Fablux Aqua Blur Light setting spray with a value of $21.99. I did originally receive that in PR. Now it has something different in it. I just love the mister on this one, so that'll go back into my collection. Also used up, I do, you know, full disclosure, I do get fairly regular PR from a couple of brands, specifically skincare brands, and one of those brands is Kiehl's. The other brand is Beekman 1802, and so they had sent me this Ultra Facial Advanced Repair Barrier Cream. It says it's a daily balm to cream formula to instantly relieve and intensively repair the skin's moisture barrier. And this was nice. It was thick, but like it does, like I said, it's kind of a balm to cream formula. So as you start to massage it into the skin, it kind of thins out a little bit, and it actually absorbs beautifully into the skin. And I do sometimes have trouble with the skin barrier right here. I have a tendency for the skin barrier to be damaged there for some reason, and I can sometimes flare up with my eczema there. So this was really nice, especially during the colder months, to use. And that one has a value of $48. I finished the Ciate London Vitamin Boost Plumping Primer. It's 10 mils, and it came from my daughter's Ipsy bag, so it does not count as my purchase, and it has a value of $10.67. I also finished up to the best of my ability, and it's like dried out and all the things, but I'm giving myself credit for it. The Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer Sample, which has a value of $9.24. I also finished this Tris Loose Beauty Illusion Mascara. Super reminds me of the L'Oreal Telescopic Wand. I did finish this. The brand is still around, but this mascara is not, so I have no value for this. I just wanted to let you know I used it up. An exciting empty from my deck of panning video is my Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer at the shade 24N. I like this product. I didn't love it, and so I did put it into my deck of panning for the Prompt Foundation, and I did use it all the way up. I'm glad it's gone, and I'm glad that I have an empty foundation. Yeah, it does have sunscreen in, so that was part of the reason I wanted to work on that one and move it out, so I did, and that has a value of $30. This is the Elta MD Foaming Facial Cleanser. It's 2.7 ounces, and for the mini is $14. This is a pretty decent cleanser. It says it's sensitivity free, pH balanced, and oil free. It's a gentle enzyme cleanser. Sometimes enzyme cleansers can be a little tough on my skin, especially in this area where I do struggle to keep that barrier intact. However, it was great for, you know, warmer months, and I originally bought this for my travel bag, and it served its purpose, and that way I just went ahead and used it up because, you know, I try to refresh my travel bag from time to time. And then the very last empty is this Biossance Squalene and Marine Algae Eye Cream, favorite eye cream. This is the second one I've finished. I did receive both of them in PR, full disclosure, but she's all empty. I had even put the last bits of the e.l.f. Holy Hydration eye cream in here with the Biossance, so I could use that again for another product. And those are my empties. So let me clear my desk of all this crap now, and then we're gonna go over the overall numbers of empties and talk about declutters. All right, so let's talk about some numbers. I love makeup math, as does Erin Taylor here on YouTube. I'll link her down below in case you like videos like this where I'm talking numbers, comparing numbers to last quarter, things like that. And so here we go. The total number of empties that I had for the second quarter was 30, which is pretty good. 12 of those were skincare, 14 were makeup, and 4 were tools, which are the different categories that I keep in my spreadsheet as I'm logging my empties. And of those 30 items, 21 of them were PR products. So it's good. What's coming in is going out. That's okay. I'm glad to hear that. Talking about value, the total value of my empties for second quarter was $479.18. So using the breakdown of the number of items, $288.65 was skincare, which is great. Almost $300 in skincare used up. For makeup, I used up $183.05. So getting on close to $200. I feel really good about that. And then for tools, it was $7.48. Which included the makeup wipes and the sponges. And then of the $479.18 total that I used up, $165.98 came from PR products. I just think it's important for me to talk about PR in these videos because I do receive PR. I do receive PR makeup and a lot of skincare and things like that. So I just want to be transparent about that and just also, you know, give you reflection on that as well. I was really happy to see that the number of items, I had the most makeup that went out. I had 14 makeup items move out in the second quarter, which is great. And then I was also really happy to see that I used up almost $200 in makeup empties, so that's great. So now we're gonna compare from first quarter to second quarter as well as combine them. So in the first quarter, my total items was 16, which is, you know, I've almost doubled that this quarter with 30 empties, so that's awesome. And combined first and second quarter, so the first half of the year, I have had 46 total empties, which is really good for me. In years past where I did like a year-long empties video and things like that, I usually hover around the 50 to 55 mark per year. So with that in mind, we're way ahead of the game here. Helps when I'm not buying makeup. And then talking about the value of first and second quarter. In the first quarter, I had a value of $288.73 in empties versus the $479.18 for this quarter. But combined, and so far in 2024, I have used up a total of $767.91. So I feel really good about that. I think I'm on track to use up over $1,000 worth of makeup and skincare this year, which is really amazing. I'm very excited to share with you my stashed portion of this video, which again will be coming next week, because I think you guys are gonna be really impressed. I've really reined myself in, but let's talk about declutters. I have done a lot of decluttering this year. I did a big declutter at the beginning of the year, just kind of getting rid of things that I was kind of keeping just for reference or for a specific type of YouTube video or what have you. And even if they were duplicated products within my collection or things that I didn't really love, I kept them for other reasons, for content making reasons. And so I decided to do away with that and let those products get more love elsewhere. But then I did my collection videos following that, and now I'm doing a series that I'm calling a gentle declutter, and that means just kind of swatching everything out, getting real with myself about what I will and will not use, and what I do and do not like, and products that are just wrong for me, products that are expired. And because of that, I have quite a chunk of declutters. But while that is, you know, hurts my heart a little bit because of the waste, so to speak, because a lot of it had to be thrown away. I'm not gonna pass on expired, especially cream products, to friends and family. While that waste, if you wanna call it that, hurts my heart, I'm also every day and every gentle declutter video closer to my ideal curated collection, and that's my overarching goal. I want to have makeup that I love, that works for me, and that I get excited to use. So with all of that in mind, let's talk numbers of declutters. And again, my playlist for my collection will be down in the description box. So if you actually want to see the declutters, see the products that I decluttered, as well as hear why I decluttered certain things, it's all there in my gentle declutter videos. For the second quarter, I decluttered a total of 34 items, which is a lot. Only 3 of those were skincare, and they were all 3 SPF, and they were moved on to friends and family that needed sunscreen. If you missed it, and I'll link it below, shameless plug, earlier in the warmer months, like in the spring, I did a video, a huge SPF roundup, where I showed application, shared my review, and all of that. After that, I got real and was like, okay, let's part with some of these things, because you know, SPF expires, and so I decided to part with some of those for friends and family. So I felt great, that's fine. However, I had 0 tools that I decluttered, which, you know, whatever, but 31 of those items were makeup items. And out of those 34 items, 3 of them were PR. Being real, 31 of those items were items that I paid for with my own money. So the total value of my declutters for quarter 2 was $519.19. Of that amount, 94 of that was skincare, and $425.19 of that was makeup. Only $73 of that $519.19 was PR. So a good chunk of it was products that I purchased with my own money. So my thoughts on that look like this. The $425.19 in makeup that I decluttered minus the $73 of PR is $352.19 in products that I bought or that were gifted to me that I ended up decluttering. And that's a lot. That's what helps me to calm the urge or the temptation to purchase new stuff, because so much of that is stuff that I purchased that ended up not being right for me or what have you. So when I think about being tempted to buy things, it's those numbers, it's this type of stuff that keeps me from, you know, caving to that temptation. And then the other thing is, of the $519.19, $129 of that was expired and unusable. So there were things that I couldn't pass on or wouldn't pass on, if that makes sense. So let's compare declutters from first quarter, which is laughable, to second quarter. I had only 2 declutters in the first quarter, and those 2 items had a value together of $32, and they both were received in PR. It was 2 sample size sunscreens from Lancome that I decluttered in the first quarter. So the total number of items for the year so far that I have decluttered is 36. And the total value of the items that I have decluttered so far this year, with first and second quarter combined, it was $551.19. So again, not happy with that, but that is the reality. And hopefully that's what you can take away from those, you know, all the numbers in this video, is that this happens inevitably. Makeup is a consumable product, and while powders can last for a very long time and they're less risky to put on your skin than expired cream or liquid products, you know, they do too eventually expire, or the product changes. And so, you know, this is just a good reminder to me especially, but to all of us, that things will expire and or get passed along that you've paid for if you buy too much. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say on that, because, you know, I'm not here to preach at you, but that is my reality right now, and it will continue to be my reality probably for at least another year or 2. I am very pleased at the amount of products that I've been using up and things like that, but at the same time, not happy about the number of products that had to leave because they were expired or just not right for me. So that is it. That is the whole shebang. My update on the trashed items for Q2 of 2024. Wow, way too many numbers. My brain was like on overload of numbers last night when I was doing all this. Like I said, I'm very excited to share my stash portion of this update, and that will be coming up, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you hang out with us here on the channel. I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. Use what you have, wear your sunscreen, and I will see you in the next video.